Hi, welcome to Readings with Foxfire. I'm Foxfire. I'm going to start to do the readings for June 22nd to July 22nd. I want to do a shout out to all the gems who have birthdays currently. Mine is on Monday, so I'm kind of excited because I thought I was turning 47 and I'm actually turning 46. So I got an extra year bonus. Yeah, I had to do the math like 3 times. I'm like, this is kind of cool. Extra year. Maybe I'm wrong. But that's the case. That's cool with me. I will take it. So that was nice. Many blessings to all my subscribers, and I really appreciate all your support. I just wanted to let everyone know that. But for right now, I'm going to do a general reading, and then I'm going to start the videos today. So be on the lookout for those. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut the deck. And it's a really foggy day here, just so you know. It's not very nice out. But I thus thought I'd get a little dressed up today for some outing. You know, to get a coffee, treat myself Saturday morning. So yeah, looking forward to everything starting to open up on Monday. So that's a nice birthday present for me. And for those of you who share my birthday, happy birthday. And those of you that don't, happy birthday. Happy birthday to everybody. All months of the year. All right, so we're shuffling these cards, looking for some energy to come out for the general collective. Working with love light. So I feel like for some of you feel sort of trapped and you want out of the situation. There is some kind of non-communication happening that you want to take place. There's a rest period right now. And that rest period, some of you are looking for that to end, like all of us, I'm assuming, COVID. But this has to do with a some kind of union. The Three of Cups is in the reverse. And so, yeah, like there's talking about how, you know, some of you are looking for more support in your life. I feel like also there's been a betrayal for some of you. But yeah, you're looking for new beginnings. You want things to end. You're tired of like carrying along all this baggage with you in life. And I feel like a lot of you are wanting to transition into the sort of cocoon into the butterfly you're supposed to be. And I think that's what's happening for a lot of you. I think some of you also currently feel like you're stuck. And some of you might be dealing with some addiction of some kind of constraint holding you back from your true potential. Yeah, so I feel like you're looking for reflection, and I feel like some of you want to recover from that situation that you were in and just take the time that you need to focus on you as a person individually and grow to become who you need to be. Oops, there it goes. Knew it would pop out. Where did you go? Yeah. So I don't even know why I look at my book anymore. Now, I feel like a lot of you are looking for rewards for your hard labor. Some of you have been working very hard to achieve a goal, and that goal is been either achieved or you're like reaping, like you're looking back at your achievement. So I feel like there's some evaluation taking place, like you're evaluating your life and where your path is. Yeah, because you're not in you don't want to be in a relationship at all. There is the Lover's card in reverse. you're done with relationships, you just want to focus on you. And that's okay, guys, to be single and do your thing. The Emperor's there, which is an authority card. The universe is saying that you're wanting domain over your life. You want to be independent and have authority over your own sense of being. In other words, you don't want to answer to anybody anymore. You just want to be on your own, and that's okay too. But at the same time, the energy is suggesting that you should pay more attention to the emotions that are being offered to you. I feel like there's a lot of abundance that can be accepted, but I feel like a lot of you are just turning a blind eye to this. I feel like you're not wanting to deal with emotions. You're not wanting to feel that heart space, because some of it is maybe painful for some of you, and for others I feel like maybe you're just over it, and you're sort of, you know, ending a cycle in your life. And I wouldn't be surprised if the World card comes up in this reading, because I feel like a lot of you are in like starting over. I think a lot of us are, though, like trying to complete the cycles we're in, because, you know, as you grow, you learn from your mistakes. Yeah, so Wheel of Fortune card is there, so a lot of you can manifest. You're really working on your excuse me. You're really working on manifesting what it is that you want in life, because there's a lot of luck on your side. A lot of us are feeling very lucky right now in our positions. A lot of us are feeling very grateful, and we are realizing through this COVID-19 situation, being like hibernating, and like it's given us time to reflect on our lives and who we are as a person and what our paths are and what we want in life, like who it is we want, what we want, when we want it, and how we want it. And I think a lot of you have been doing a lot of work emotionally and psychologically on yourselves. I know I have. I think that's just like it's not like a secret, basically. But the cards are saying that there's a lot of luck going on with the world right now because of this upside down feeling we've been in. You know, things are about to take a turn for the better. So keep that in mind. I just want to speak about the context of the reading. So again, we have the Ten of Swords in the reverse, in the upright position. And the Ten of Swords talks about endings and new beginnings and, feeling like failure or defeat, depression. A lot of you maybe have been betrayed by somebody or something. Feel like you had you're stabbed in the back. It's my card for like being betrayed. But it's also a card that represents like new beginnings, because that many swords in the back is a completion. It's like, I can understand if it was 2 or 3 swords in the back, then maybe you're still working on stuff. But like your 10 swords, that's the 10 before the page, the king and the queen, right? And the knight, obviously. So I feel like that card represents a lot of pain, a lot of betrayal, and I feel like a lot of you are working on that in particular. But these things are coming to an end. So there's a new beginning. From that comes this card directly below it, which is the Wheel of Fortune card. So you are turning that negative situation into a positive situation with a lot of luck. Okay. You're also taking you're not resting in the position of like settling. You're not contemplating what it is you need to do. Like a lot of you feel like you know what you need to do, and it's just a matter of time before you can do it, because the Emperor card is here. So you definitely have authority over your life right now. And I feel like a lot of you have struggled with this for a long time, but the cycle's coming to completion. We have the Ace of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, which is the overall energy, but it's in the reverse, which means that you're looking for abundance in life, and currently you don't have that. So I feel like a lot of you have that energy of like not being fulfilled, not having what it is that you want in life, and perhaps you're tired of settling for less than what you deserve and what you want and what feels right and feels good for you, Yeah, I feel like in the past, a lot of you were betrayed. You were stuck or tied to someone or some situation that you couldn't break free from, but then you found your authority and you were able to move forward. Then in the current position, we're looking at the Three of Cups, which again is talking about, too much partying, support, no support there, and you're done with that lifestyle. And then so now you're completely like working really, really hard on reaping the rewards of the work that you've done, and now you're sort of reflecting on that achievement, okay? But you're also closed off. There's a lot of you who are closed off emotionally because the Nine of Cups is in the reverse, and that talks about being greedy or like picky or like, you know, feeling lazy about a situation, not really paying attention to really much of anything. Like you've closed yourself off from like opportunities that may be coming to you because the Luck card is here. I do feel like a lot of you are not going to go into a relationship in the next month. I feel like you are completely taking a break from that rest period and moving forward with yourself. Now, because the Lover's card is there, a lot of you are feeling unharmonious, and that's really what you're looking for, is harmony. Okay, you want to not only in a relationship be with somebody who supports you and lifts you up and brings your vibration to a wonderful place that you both can grow from and walk this path together. And also in your life individually, you're looking for harmony. So you are basically, you know, eliminating a lot of the chaos in your life and a lot of the feelings of like, just indecision and like being held back and like not knowing really what to do and how to get there. And so I feel like a lot of you have been working on that part of your being. But also the Wheel of Fortune card is there. So it's good to know that there's a lot of luck, a lot of universal energy behind you with these choices you're making, because all intentions come with a reaction, right? So every choice we make has an action and then of course a reaction. And that sets the tone for our karmic energy, our karmic levels, and what we do in our life in general. You know, a lot of you might decide that you want to, you know, move on to a different job. Many of you maybe don't have a job to go back to and you're trying to figure things out, you know, that kind of, because we're in that climate right now. A lot of things are beginning to open up, and I feel like some of you are just sort of not ready to face, to get back in the rat race, we'll call it, right? Like in the wheel, the hamster wheel. A lot of us have been in the hamster wheel for a really long time, just sort of running and not really getting anywhere. And I feel like a lot of us have discovered that, you know, we want to go somewhere. We want to move forward. We don't want to feel stuck anymore in our life, right? So that is the overall energy for the collective right now, generally. And I think it's a pretty valid statement to make, because I think a lot of us feel that anyway. So, you know, looking for a sense of achievement. Now, I'm going to do the all signs as a bonus. So we'll start with Gemini. So if you're dealing with a Gemini, I feel like that person has a sort of a good authority on their life. That person's, you know, very trustworthy and has a lot of ethics going on. So I feel like that might be a good fit for you. But be wary, because they do tend to have an ego. If you're dealing with Libra, you are definitely in a position that you can trust that person. Very, very trustworthy. If you're dealing with an Aquarius, you have a sort of... I feel like that Aquarius has some issues going on that maybe you should stay away from. I feel like it's probably not a good time right now for you to be in a relationship with this particular person, only because they have some kind of sort of legal issues happening, and perhaps maybe just a little bit of indecision as to what they want in life. So just keep that in mind. If you're dealing with an Aries, you have the King of Pentacles, which is a lovely card because that is talking about stability and financial security. So I think that's a good fit for you. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything on him. Yeah, very resourceful, very disciplined person. She or he has a lot of abundance in their life, so I think that might be a really good fit for you. Aries, if you're dealing with a Leo, there's a new beginning there, a really, really nice fresh start. So I feel like you should lean into that. Yeah, because there's a new beginning there. If you're dealing with a Sagittarius, The Five of Cups is there, and I feel like they're dealing with a lot of emotion right now of the past nostalgic feelings of for someone else. I feel like maybe it's not a good idea to get involved with that person, particularly right now. But that person is moving on and trying to forgive themselves for something that they've done to someone else, and hoping that you know, their hope returns. So I feel like they're not in a very good balanced position to be in a relationship, but I think friendship is a really good point here to take for this particular in the Sagittarius. They're definitely working on themselves. We have Taurus, which, so if you're dealing with the Taurus, you have the Eight of Wands in the upright position, which talks about perseverance. So this person definitely has come through a lot of struggles and obstacles in life and has come to a place where they're really good. So I feel like that's a good fit. If you're dealing with a Virgo, you have an achievement card. So this person's worked very hard on who they're becoming, and perhaps they're looking for reward or gratitude for their works. They're definitely feeling recognition, and they're a very supportive person, so I think that's a good fit as well. If you're dealing with that was Virgo. Yeah, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Taurus, Virgo. Yeah, so Capricorn, if you're dealing with the Capricorn, we have the Wheel of Fortune card again. So very lucky, lots of luck on your side there. So I feel like it might be a mutual relationship happening. Very good for you. We also have Cancer. So if you're dealing with the Cancer, the Devil card's in reverse. So this is somebody who does not have any like hang-ups or addictions, or, you know, this person is pretty much like in a position of yeah, in recovery. And I think this is a fun relationship. I think it's like kind of might be just a sexual thing, like a fling, but so just be aware of that if you're looking for something more. If you're dealing with a Pisces, you have the Four of Swords in reverse, which came up in my reading as well, and that talks about restlessness, anxiety, burnout. You know, they're ready to act and move forward. They want something new, but I don't know if this Pisces is ready for a strong, a real, like, committed relationship. If you're dealing with a Scorpio, you have the Three of Pentacles in reverse, which talks about, I don't feel like this person's good for you. It's not going to be a supportive person. This person's very much into their own self, very self-centered, very self-aware of what they're doing, but not really aware of others. They're just sort of concentrating on them, like everything's me, like I did this and I want that. So maybe a little bit of arrogance there. So I'd be leery of that. Okay, so we have our reading done for that. I just want to go back because I didn't tell you. So for Gemini, if you're dealing with Gemini, you have the Emperor card. If you're dealing with Libra, you had the Ten of Swords in reverse. If you're dealing with Aquarius, you had the Page of Swords in the upright position. If you're dealing with an Aries, you had the King of Pentacles. If you're dealing with a Leo, you had the Death in reverse, which is New Beginning. If you're dealing with Sagittarius, again, Five of Cups in reflection, definitely not ready for a relationship. You have the Taurus, which is Eight of Wands in the upright position. You have Virgo, which is the Six of Wands in the upright position. And then Capricorn is the Wheel of Fortune. So the Capricorn card is a really good card to have. This is a lucky card. Very, very lucky card. So I feel like something could blossom there. Then you have the Cancer card, which is a Devil in reverse, which means, you know, there's no constraint. They've dealt with all of their issues. They're ready to move forward. But again, just be hilarious. We have the Pisces, which is the Four of Swords in reverse, and we have the Scorpio, which I just mentioned was the Three of Pentacles in reverse. So there you have it. Those are all your signs for right now in relationships, according to the cards. Again, this might not resonate with everybody, but, you know, it's something to consider. So with that being said, I'm going to pull from my angel deck and just see about some guidance on how we can better serve others, and how the angels can serve and help us on our path. Looking for reassurance and also guidance. Advice. What to do, the outcome, the general idea of how things can move forward for the collective. Looking for the energy here. I'm waiting for one to pop out because they really haven't been lately. There's a lot of like stuff going on planetarily too that's blocking a lot of my intuition right now. So really just focusing on the cards. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. My God. Okay, it's not gonna let me. It's not popping out. See, I'm just telling you, like, it just. Come on, don't have all day. There it is. Okay, the World card. See, I told you. Wouldn't surprise me if it popped up. So the World card is Archangel Michael. It talks about completion, like cycles completing, like how I mentioned in the reading about people are looking to like start a new path, like just they're done with however they used to live their life. And I feel like a lot of people are feeling that joy and contentment of the change, and feeling really grateful for what we have. I think this pandemic has really shown us that there's a lot to be grateful for, what we do have, and really concentrating on that. And of course, we're all on the path towards enlightenment because we're learning every day. So that's the World card, and it's an infinity card. So, it talks about like karmic debt and things like that, but it's universal energy. So, and of course, it's Archangel Michael, who is amazing. He's a guardian, protector. He's always been my personal angel, I feel like, in my life. Like I've always had. So the 8 of Wands. So for some of you, I feel like events are moving sort of slower than you'd like to have them move. There's delays there, but they will be over. So I know a lot of you feeling like a lot of things are happening like overwhelmingly at once. A lot of information overload, things like that. But that's coming to an end. Then you have the Unity card, Archangel Sandalphon, which you're not really questioning your traditions or viewpoints or spiritual organizations, but you are looking for like-minded friends. Like I said earlier, you're looking for some people that are on the same harmonious level as you are, and they haven't been. So I feel like that's going to change. Then we also have the 10 of Cups, which is family life. Okay, a lot of you are feeling contented and emotional because your material needs are being met and you're in trustworthy relationships. And I feel like family life is really rewarding right now. And I feel like a lot of you are really, really, really concentrating on your what matters. And of course, family matters most of all. Family comes first, and but you don't have to have the same blood to be family. Just keep that in mind. Okay, and the last card that popped out was the Page of Air, which is the Swords card. And so, logical, honest, impulsive, curious type personalities. And it's an air sign. So you're looking at thoughts, communication, intellect, analyzing. Some people, some of you are a bit critical. Can be calculating, but you always, are truthful people, so you get judged for that. But this is talking about challenging information, the Page of Swords, and what it talks about is delays or changes to plans. So, but the truth will be delivered, it says, without tact. So it's going to come out really abrasive for some of you about something. Right now we're in a position where planetarily, I don't know if it just affects Gemini, but I'm pretty sure it affects everybody, where illusions and deceit comes through the veil and is lifted, and we see things for what they are. People's lies are the truth comes out. And basically the laundry's been washed and it's all coming out in the dirty wash. You know what I mean? Like everything's coming surfacing, like if you're unsure about somebody and that they've been deceitful towards you and you don't know how or why you feel that way, that will come forward and either, reassure your intuition that it's right or tell you you are completely off base, So either way, the truth's coming out. Deceptions will be revealed, lies will be revealed, and that illusion will be lifted for a lot of you in this period of time, especially Geminis, especially the Geminis. Like, I can't tell you again, especially the Geminis, up until I think the middle of July or the first week of July. Between now and the first week of July, we're going through a huge transitional period in which we're being affected. Oh, I have goosebumps. In which we're being affected by the planetary movements all happening. Some planets are in retrograde, some planets are moving forward, some planets again are moving backwards. And it's just a lot of battling going on with the energies of these planets like Pluto and Venus and Mercury and Uranus and of course the Sun, right? But I feel like, and also we're between two eclipses right now. Right now we're between two major eclipses happening. So I feel like a lot of us gems are feeling a little unsteady, and that's okay. So just don't associate it to that. That's what you're feeling personally. It is the overall energy and it will pass. So if you're feeling down in the dumps or kind of like, I don't know if I should, I feel sort of different recently and I don't know why. Like, why am I feeling depressed, or is it, not, is it just boredom? Is it depression? Like, I don't know how I feel about these things. Like, I feel like being lazy. I don't feel like going for that long walk, like kind of like bummed out a little bit. That's because the energies are like up there doing their thing and you are just trying to stay out of it energetically. And so I feel like that's why you're not using a lot of you aren't using your intuition because there's a huge block right there right now. And so I feel like if you're, going to be doing any readings for people, or if you're, giving advice or whatever, just be careful of how and what you say things, because right now is not a good time to make some serious decisions. I would wait until the middle of July for you Geminis. In terms of, any sort of financial choices or like, because it's kind of like a feeling of like self-doubt. Like you just don't really know if this is something that should be said, or if it's said, is this going to affect someone else in a negative way? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we're just kind of like not walking on eggshells, but like we feel like the energy is heavy, and just recognize that that's part of what's going on energetically, and it's not you. Okay, so keep that in mind. So we have some really beautiful cards here. We have the World card, which is new cycles. We have the Eight of Wands, which is, events moving forward for you. We have Archangel Sandalphon, which is, all of the religious, spiritual energies at play, which is in a positive way, guiding you. And then you have your Ten of Cups, which is beautiful because it's a reward card for like feeling family oriented and grateful and thankful. And then you have your Page of Swords, which is, talking about again, getting some challenging information. So delays of plans and things like that. But again, the truth will be revealed. I don't know how tactful it will be, but it will come out. So that's my reading for today. Today is June the, oh my God. The 13th. Yes. Wow. Really? The 13th. That's crazy. Okay. So with that being said, I'm going to quote two of my favorite tarot card readings. And one is Tyler's Tarot, and he always says, okay, I'll talk to you later. And then my other favorite tarot reading, who I will not name, says, I will speak to you again between now and infinity. So with that being said, have a great day and be good humans. And also love intensely. Take care.